And we're live. Welcome to the OUYACast, episode 12, recorded on Saturday, May 3rd, 2014. Your weekly source for the latest news, games, and hacks for OUYAns everywhere. Hello, I'm Brandon from OUYACentral.tv.
And I'm Steve from OUYABrew.com. Thank you guys once again for joining us for episode 12 of the OUYAcast. We love it that you guys are tuning in every week. I know we got a couple people listening to the YouTube video right now. And of course, we invite you to Q&A with us if you have any questions or make any comments or, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, whatever you have. Well, first thing up was Target has the Ouya on sale for $69.99, and it's only available in store. Unfortunately, they're sold out online.
That sucks.
So if you go on their website and you can search by your zip code and find the closest store that has one.
Remember to use a prepaid credit card so that they don't steal your information. That was mean.
You talking about Ouya or talking about Target?
Target.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
I was gonna say, you remember that whole thing?
Oh yeah.
The worst happens to everybody. It's that sucked. But anyway, speaking of sales, anything other than the Ouya console itself on sale this week?
We got Raven Sword, 50% off for limited time. $5. It's normally $10, so
that's like the price of a Big Mac. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's only available for a short time. It's by the developers Crescent Moon Games. You can explore a vast and rich, detailed world, gathering powerful weapons, collect hundreds of items, and complete challenges, quests to level up in the first or third person action RPG.
Now, Ravensword was one of the original games that actually came out with Ouya. Maybe not like original, but definitely within the first couple months. And
Right.
I remember playing it. It was actually really good, like really good graphics, really good gameplay for for what it is. And I'm glad to see it's on sale because probably worth the money. I only played the trial. I didn't buy the full thing, but I'm sure the full thing's worth it.
Right. Yeah. That's you tried it out when they had a trial.
Yeah.
anyways, let's keep on moving. We're gonna announce. Well, we're not announcing it, but Ouya announced that Duck Game is coming out May 13th. And if you don't know what Duck Game is, just go check it out. We got the post on OUYACentral.tv.
Duck Game. Now, is this? I played a. I'm looking right now because I've played a. No, it's not the same thing. Okay, I played a game online once called Duck Game, but it was like a brain teaser type thing. It's not this platformer that I'm seeing here.
Yeah, it's another platformer that's coming out on Ouya. Not
Kind
that
of
much.
cool.
Yeah, no, yeah, it looks real cool.
Looks a little bit like a Mega Man type, background, like a NES game for sure with those graphics.
Right. Yeah, it's fast-paced, local multiplayer battle royale. Just another great game coming to Ouya. Well, I guess we'll know more about it on May 13th.
10 days, baby, count them down.
And hopefully there's a free trial.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that later. Believe me.
Right.
But I do digress. What's new? Keep going. I want to hear more great news.
And then we got Neon Shadows, one of our top 10 games. Recently came out with a multiplayer update. It includes 5 new maps. It has a mutant mode where you kill the mutant and then you become the mutant. Insta-gib mode, one-shot mayhem, bot matches. Now all the modes you can play against bots, and they had some controller fixes and adjustments, in which playing against bots when you're by yourself, you don't have no other friends with you. Playing against bots is the best thing to do, because I remember playing the online feature, and I got into the map and no one else was online, so I was by myself.
Aw, Brandon, I'll be your friend, buddy. Come on. You want to talk? You want to talk after the podcast? You want to like get on the phone and we can.
Yeah, you can console me.
We'll paint each other's nails. It's gonna be awesome. You guys wait for this.
Nope, no, not that.
Okay.
You've gone too far.
All right.
So, and then just got a lot of stuff going on this week. Playcast Media announces that they have a cloud streaming service on the Ouya.
Yes.
So there's the cloud computing.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is, derivative of our hopes and dreams for the launch of the Ouya, which promised us on live. Obviously, that didn't work out. Even though you can still sideload on live and play the games, it obviously is not an official port. So, Playcast Media is pretty much the same thing. It's cloud gaming. And with the Ouya, you can, of course, stream, AAA titles to your Ouya. Unfortunately, right now, we've learned just from people talking and from personal experience that you cannot play these games unless you have a Ethernet connection to your Ouya. They are working, I believe we talked about, on a Wi-Fi version, but I'm not mad because I completely understand why streaming, that much bandwidth would be problematic over Wi-Fi. So,
Right.
kind of sucks for me because our Ouya here is of course wireless, but if you happen to have yours hooked up to a Ethernet port, by all means try some of the new games by Playcast Media. Which how many do they have? I know two for a fact. Is it just those two?
Just those two, and it's like a trial beta. They're just trying to get feedback and see how it works out. They say within a couple weeks they'll be coming out with some more titles. When you were talking about the wired connection, you had a post on your website about an adapter that you can plug in your Ouya into, and that adapter connects to your Wi-Fi, so it tricks you, the Ouya, almost thinking that you're wired.
It's actually not a Wi-Fi connector. What it is, and I don't really know if this will trick it into believing that it's connected to an Ethernet, but essentially what it is you get two boxes and you connect them to the power outlets in your house, and then what you do is you run from your router or your modem an Ethernet cable to that box, which is plugged into the power, and then on your Ouya side you plug in the second box and another Ethernet cord running from that box to the Ouya. And I believe it somehow, I really don't know how, but it somehow transfers the signal or the Ethernet capability through the power lines. I'm just going to say magic. That's the official explanation, through magic. And so it's not really a wireless connection. It is technically an Ethernet connection, and I'm hoping that if that works, you can use that to play these games, because that way you can have your router in the living room or the wherever you have it, the basement, it doesn't matter, and then you can have your Ouya wherever you prefer to have it, and run wire that way instead. So you could check that out by go into OUYABrew.com, in the search box type in Wi-Fi, and I think the title, I'm just spitballing here, but I think it's called like Wi-Fi problems or problem with Wi-Fi or something like that.
Yeah, it's Wi-Fi problems.
Yeah, so you can look at that, and it gives you a couple links. One of which I think I just realized is broken, so we're gonna have to go fix that. But it's all the same stuff. You can search it on Amazon and see if you can find another one that'll work for you.
Right. Also, like another workaround that I thought of, and I tried it out, but it didn't work for me because I had the wrong cable. But you can actually share your Wi-Fi on your, say, your laptop or your desktop computer to a device that doesn't have necessarily Wi-Fi, where you can bridge your Ethernet and your Wi-Fi on your computer and plug it into the plug the cable into your Ethernet cable on your computer and then plug it into the Ouya. I tried it, but the cable I had, I guess it seems to be like a standard Ethernet cable. What you need is a crossover cable, I guess, because it's more for PC, like PC to PC. The standard cable is more for like PC to hub, like a hub in between. So I ordered one, and I will share more information about it probably next week once I get it in, and I'll put like a tutorial on how to bridge your connection and maybe show you the cable and hook it up. And it should, I'm assuming it should work. Because I mean, you could do it with like say another computer that doesn't have Wi-Fi, and it picks up the through the Ethernet cable on the one that has the Wi-Fi in it. You were gonna share something?
No, no, I was gonna say, I mean that would be interesting to see if it worked because, it's the same thing as just going straight over Wi-Fi. Even if it works, is the quality going to be there? Because that's really the important thing, is the quality going to be there?
Right.
So if it is, that's a terrific workaround, and I'm actually excited to see if you're able to do it.
Yeah, because I'm in my room and my router's out in the living room, so I keep and have my Ouya hooked up here in my room. So that's why I want to try it out. And one thing about the speed, I want to try. I've been trying to find like a speedtest.net app. I tried it. I tried porting it over to the Ouya. It didn't work. What I would want to try to do is do like a speed test, on the Wi-Fi, and then try the speed test on the Ethernet and see what the difference is in the speeds.
It's funny you say that because I actually just tried a speed test app today that I got working, and I'm on the Ouya right now. I'm gonna look and see if it's still there. It's not, of course, because I took it off. But
let me guess. You got it from the One Market?
Of course I did.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The One Market is like the new Google Play because it works on Ouya, and it just has a lot of stuff on there. So
I need to stop putting it off and just put it on there.
Really, I mean, it's a simple APK file, man.
Right? Yeah, I haven't tried it. I don't know why, but every week you're always talking about it, and so I need to try it out. Just jump out there and get it.
Yeah, but if you type in speed test, there's a dozen of them. I forget which one exactly I used. I'm looking through them now, and I can't tell you which one exactly it was. But there's so many of them, and the official speedtest.net does not work on the Ouya, but whichever one I tried earlier definitely did, and I know it worked because I know how fast our internet connection is here, and it gave me the exact speeds that I would expect to see for what we pay for the internet connection. So they'll work. They will.
And so that was the speed test on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's speed test on Wi-Fi, and it still gave me my full speed. So who knows? It might actually work. The Wi-Fi streaming of the playcast. So
yeah, I guess it depends on. Because I know when I tried it, I tried it last night, the playcast, and it streamed perfectly. But I actually had to take everything out to my living room to hook it up wired. But so yeah, everything on I played the Splinter Cell Conviction. I played that before, and that game was just the same as playing it on the Xbox 360. It streamed perfectly fine. I had no problems with lag. Even the menu buttons, like in-game menu buttons, like they had the Ouya buttons in there. It was crazy. I guess the game was made for Ouya. It was cool playing that game again. It gave me some memories, and I tried out the Lego Batman 2, and same way it worked perfectly fine. I had no problems with lag or nothing.
That's so awesome to see that, and I've heard a lot of the same from people who have tried it. Is there's really no lag issues. If they do notice lag, it's so minimal that it's not really a concern for them. And to see them be able to pull that off, and to see that many people say the same exact thing, which is, hey, there's not a lot of lag. That's actually a really good sign. It bodes very well for Ouya and the Playcast. Media, or Playcast streaming media. I forget what their company name's officially called, but it bodes well for that partnership, and I'm looking forward to seeing more titles myself.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I mean, Watch Dogs is coming out, so it should be able to work the same way. Maybe we'll see. Because that Convictions looked like a PC port almost. Because there was the exit button that said exit to desktop. So I'm thinking these are being streamed, I guess, from a PC pretty much, and I don't know how that works. It's magic, like you said.
I think the way it works is they do stream it from like a server or something like that. They have to license games a lot, like how Netflix licenses movies and TV shows. So they
Right.
have to license games and they can stream them from their server pool or whatever. So uh, it's interesting.
Yeah, they got a lot of people jumping on board. Who was it? Like Ubisoft is getting on board with it. They announced in my post on Ouya Central, they have everybody that's jumping on board with them. I was gonna say something else about that. Yeah, some people like they said that I guess wasn't available in their area because I guess there wasn't any local servers nearby, I guess, or something like that. But I'm down here in Florida, and when I connected, it said something like I think it was like North Virginia or something like that. It showed like the name, well, I guess where it connected to. And so I mean that's kind of far from here.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know. I'm not too sure.
That's I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what else they offer in the future. I think this is a unexpected, not unexpected. This is a uh,
This is
I did not think that they were going to pursue another streaming game, so I guess it is unexpected. I didn't think that they were going to pursue anything else like that, and I'm very happy to see that Ouya has done this. So kudos to you guys. That's like my word, kudos. I love it. So kudos to Ouya for continuing to find new vendors and bring this to the Ouya. That's terrific. I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. They have EA jumping on board, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers, 2K, Capcom, Codemasters, Disney, Sega, Atari, GHQ. I mean everybody. So,
Sweet.
yeah,
Get to play the
and
SNES version of Aladdin. It's gonna be awesome.
so yeah, right now it's free to try on the Ouya, so that's good. But it looks like they might eventually when they come out they might have like a subscription model behind it. Where I'm thinking maybe like $10 a month, which isn't too bad considering games. Each one game is like $60, so $10 a month. That's good.
That's not bad at all. GameFly I think is like $10 or at least maybe even more a month, and you have to wait for them to come in the mail. So
Right. And that what me saying that price, that's just a guess because they haven't really made any final launch dates or prices, for the final service when it does become available. So that's just speculation. So don't hold me to it. I'm not going to pay the difference.
he's an oracle. Don't let him tell you otherwise. All right.
Hopefully,
Well, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, yeah, go ahead. No, I said hopefully I'm right, but yeah.
I hope you're right too. So I'm gonna give a couple shout outs here, and then I'm gonna move on to a couple other news items. So shout out first to, and please forgive me because I'm gonna botch these names. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. Okay. So shout out to Jay and Kai, the guy who does the Game of Week. I have to say shout out because we forgot to mention him last week.
Yeah.
and so and he's like, you didn't mention me once, so hey man, we're still with you 100%.
Yeah, we still play your game, so
Absolutely.
you're in our thoughts.
Always, always, always. That's like an extended shout out to you. It's gonna go forever.
Yeah.
Another shout out goes to all right, hold on. It's Lo Hakla. Lo Hakla is one of my big supporters at OUYABrew.com. Comments on a lot of stuff and offers a lot of great opinions on a lot of stuff. So I really appreciate that, and it's nice to have people that really interact with us. And we say it all the time. Hey, send us your thoughts, send us your ideas, and people do. Not a lot of people. Mind you, people enjoy listening, but I really like it when people get involved and really want to talk about things and share their ideas and thoughts on posts and games and whatnot. So shout out to you. And last shout out, and I'll be done with this, is Nick, who's the maker of Hardlander, which Terrific game. We're going to come out with a post about it next week, so stay tuned for that at OUYABrew.com. But Nick says, and I quote, if you're listening, Nick, I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just telling you. So Nick says that our podcast is a wee bit too long, and he does enjoy listening to it, but it's usually in the background. And I personally think it's too long because Brandon won't stop talking. I mean, he just keeps yappity, 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 yap, and he won't stop talking. He interrupts people all the time. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
That's definitely me. I'm probably the reason this thing is going too long. So
yeah, we try
anyway,
to
Nick.
try to keep it under an hour, and if we get it a little smaller than that, we'll try. But this week we got quite a bit.
I don't think we've actually gone to an hour yet. I think the biggest one's like 50-something minutes, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll try to get the main big points out and save the other stuff for later.
That's right. So the final news item of the day, and I guess we could have saved this for next week or something because it's a little ways out, but I wanted to mention it because I'm excited, is we are seeing the release of Super Pixalo, which is going to be on May 20th. And when they release, this is the exciting part, it's going to already, at release, be 40% off the original MSRP, so to speak, the full price. So when they release on May 20th, you guys definitely want to pick up a copy of that because, barring some kind of great sale in the future, you're probably not going to get it at that price. So I'm excited.
You might actually get it at a better price. You might. If you listen to the OUYAcast on May 24th, we might have something. Maybe. We might have something for you. Just saying. And we're not putting Phil out there.
Phil's listening to us right now like, shut up!
Oh, what are you trying to do?
I ain't giving away nothing.
I just graduated. I got to pay them college loans.
Yeah, our guy Phil, he's working hard to bring that final product to you guys. So keep your Ouya hot and ready for May 20th. It's going to be Super Pixalo. Great game. We've tested it out. We've been playing for a while now. A lot of fun. I'm really excited for that one.
Yep. Couldn't agree with you anymore.
So I got a question for you. You said you tried the Lego Batman 2 trial.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was good.
Okay.
Just have you ever? I mean, I played the other Lego games like the
Al Gore over here. Okay, go ahead.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it. And the one thing I played the Indiana Jones version. Of Legos. Pretty much the same. It's more for a kid game. I mean, I'm a grown man, but my daughter could play it, but but no, it was good. It was the Batman, and you can switch characters. And one thing I really did like about it is that you were able to save your game. I don't know if it's stored on the Ouya or it's stored in the cloud, but I was able to save it, back out, and then come back and start off right where I left off. But on the Splinter Cell I wasn't able to. I don't know why, but the Batman I was able to save my game, so I give him kudos for that.
I like the Lego games, not because they're serious and like intense games or anything. It's really just because they're fun. They poke a lot of fun at themselves sometimes, being Lego.
Right.
So I like them. I kind of wish that I was able to play it. I haven't yet because my poor Ouya is Wi-Fi only zone right now. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So and I know you said Splinter Cell was about as good as the PC version, right?
Yeah, the 360 version that I played, it was right on par with it. I enjoyed it. Brought back memories when I played it.
That's awesome. I really can't wait to see what else they offer because with that partnership, we're really talking about a whole new library of games. I mean, I know one point you're going to mention, and maybe I'll kind of bring you back to it because we were going to talk about it. Is the Ouya has how many games right now?
770.
770. So when we start adding all the games from Playcast, it's going to increase considerably. But once again, I don't really know how their whole partnership works. Are they just testing these games? Are they going to get the full library? Do they have to lease them individually? There's a lot of questions unanswered. I reached out personally to Ouya. I asked them for a comment, and unfortunately, they were unable to get back to me. They kind of did, but they didn't release an official statement to me, so I don't really know, and I don't want to pass on any misinformation because I of course have a lot of respect for the Ouya team, so I don't want to give you guys any information that is incorrect. But it's one of those things where it's a great partnership, and once again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they come out with in the future, because it could be tremendous depending on what games they release. I mean, we could be seeing some like you said, Xbox, PS4. I mean, there could be some really good titles on the Ouya. So exciting stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just curious how the I'm thinking it might be like an app almost that gives you access to the store. I guess you pretty much almost like log in to your account, maybe. I don't know. We don't really know. We're just speculating right now.
Speculation is fun, man.
But like pretty much like the Ouya, when the Ouya Everywhere comes out, you're gonna have to download something on, the application onto your device, log into your account, and you'll be able to access the games that you already purchased probably, and you'll be able to purchase other games. Kind of like, kind of just like the Amazon App Store. You purchase your apps on there, and you can load them on to pretty much any Android device. So it's probably going to be similar to that. And then I think they offer the subscription base, so you're paying you can play all the games for one price a month, or you can rent a game for like maybe 48 hours for a certain price. I'm not, I don't know. I'm just putting stuff out there, maybe.
And this is totally off topic, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't know if you remember. I definitely remember as a kid, we used to have the Sega Channel. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, so the Sega Channel, maybe it was just a Florida thing, I don't know, but they had basically this channel that was on cable, and what you did was you hooked your Sega. No, it wasn't even your Sega. Yeah, I forget. Okay, it doesn't matter. I think you had to hook your Sega up to it. So you had your Sega, and you hooked it up to your cable somehow. And what they did was they delivered like games to your Sega through the cable channels, and it was like a extra so many dollars a month or whatever. But every month on the 1st, they would deliver brand new games to your Sega. It was like the coolest thing ever, and that was like. God, that had to be in the early '90s. I mean, that was like, man, that was like really cutting edge technology back then, right. And maybe it's something like that,
Right. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I remember, visiting a hotel, and they had like some kind of it wasn't even it was just a knockoff controller that was hooked up to the TV, and you can either they had maybe a few games for free, and then they had some that you can rent, but that was like. Yeah, that's way back.
Might want to check your bill, man. None of those games are ever free.
Right.
But speaking of controllers, since we're on this subject, I know you did some testing from last podcast of the. It was like a paid app or something like that. You said you were going to test it out, see if you can do the Ouya controller to touch. How did that turn out for you?
It didn't turn out like I thought it would, but last week we had a listener. He posted a picture of him playing Minecraft on the Ouya, and he used 10-core key mapper. Now I've tried it, and I've tried setting up the keys to put it in the right position, and I didn't get anywhere. So I have to keep on playing with it and see if I can get it working better. Or get it working the right way so I can try it out. But
it's funny that you say about the 10-core, because I actually tried it myself as well. And you're right, it's very, very tough. That 10-core mapper is meant for touch devices,
Right.
100%.
Right. So
But it's still able to load on the Ouya, so it's kind of like it's a trick, you know. It's like
right.
that people can do it.
But so what I was gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to take a screenshot of the Minecraft on the Ouya because it loads up, and I'll take a screenshot, save that picture, put it on my tablet, and maybe try to put the map the keys on my tablet, and then I can export.
Getting escorts over here. You guys heard it.
Woohoo! But no, export it. That profile that I saved for Minecraft, and then upload it through Dropbox, and then import it into that application on the Ouya and see if I can get it working that way. That's the workaround. So I'll get back to you guys next week, maybe.
See, he's the tester. I let him test all this stuff, and then if he gets something to work, I'm on it. Totally.
Yeah, we got to try it out. And if people out there are listening and you have suggestions, let us know. I forgot what the guy's name was last week, but thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, I mean, the 10-core mapper, I know there's a way to get it to work. I've seen videos on YouTube and things like that where people got it to work. And it's one of those things, though, where it's like, from a newbie perspective, where I've never messed with 10-core mapper, and then especially never messed with it on Ouya. It would take us hours to get it to work, and it's like, I'm not saying that it's not worth the effort. I'm not, but I believe that there's a better way. Matter of fact, I'm going to call right now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call out to all you developers listening to this podcast, whether it be tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, I don't care. If you're a developer, this is directed at you. Make an app that will convert the Ouya controller to touch functions, because there are a ton of games that will load on the Ouya that are touch only. And I mean, let's think about what we've been talking about here, right? We've already got Playcast doing the streaming media. We've already got the 770 games at the Ouya. Oh, 771. Okay. Sorry. No, they're going up by the second here.
Yeah.
So we've already got those games. We've got tons of great side load games that work with the Ouya controller. I know GTA, I want to say like Vice City or something like that works, or San Andreas. I forget which one it is. One of those works. I mean, there's tons of side loaded games that work with the controller as well. So the only thing that we're really missing is the ability to play games that are touch only. So if you can come out with an app that is native to Ouya, that is easy to use, then I can't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to make a lot of money if you charged, even if it was like, I don't know, I don't want to put a price to it, because I feel like I'm speaking for everybody here, but if I personally were to pay for an app like that, I would say, let's say $5, okay? Because that's a good price. Right. I would totally pay $5 for an app that allowed the Ouya controller to easily, and that's the main word here, easily, be able to play touch games. So there is the homework for this week. All you developers out there, make an app that converts Ouya control to touch and make it easy, because 10-core is great. I know for a fact it works, but it's not intuitive to set up whatsoever. And I'd like to see something that's native. I mean, that's really the end of it there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's Blueboard that you can use your tablet as a keyboard for the Ouya, but there needs to be an app that you can maybe even use the tablet as like the touch surface. So you can, as your controller, so you can touch your tablet and it's controlling whatever's on your Ouya. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean anything, I mean there's so many possibilities, but it's the one shortcoming of the Ouya is there is very, very, very limited applications for it. There in the official sense, of course, there's a lot of side-loaded apps that you can, of course, use with Ouya, but in the App Store, there's very minimal amounts of apps, and I think that if you guys were to come up with something like that, man, I can't even imagine I would pay $5 for it. Would you?
Yeah.
I
I,
mean, so would hundreds of thousands of other Ouya users, I'm sure.
right.
But
Yeah.
speaking of a app that got an official port finally, ready for this one? Drum roll. Okay. The Dreamcast emulator recast. It's officially on the Ouya now.
Yep.
That's amazing. I don't know if you guys have played it yet, but well, first of all, let me give one more shout out here. Although we came to this discovery on our own, but one of our Twitter followers, Ben Ramskill, pointed out to us that this was an official port as well. So thank you, Ben, for tweeting to us and letting us know what's going on. But I love, love, love me some Dreamcast. It's so much fun. I could play Crazy Taxi for like ever. I mean, forever. I could play that game. So
Yeah.
not that I would play that on the Ouya because of course I would have to own the license to the game and all that stuff. And but
You can play it if you bought it from Amazon. You can sideload it, and I believe that Ouya controller works with it.
oh yeah, well I mean like I said, the Ouya has an official port for it now, so you can just download it straight from the Ouya store.
Right.
But anyway, I digress.
Well, no, I was talking about Crazy Taxi.
Oh, crazy! I thought you were talking about the recast.
Oh yeah, no, my bad. Crazy Taxi's on Amazon, and you can sideload that APK, and the controllers for the Ouya works with it.
I don't know if you remember, there was I think it was a Nintendo 64 game that was a lot like Crazy Taxi. It was Simpsons though, and you like drove around and uh, same. It was the same exact thing. It just had Simpson characters in it, but I forget what the name of that was called. So I'm sure somebody will tell me tomorrow or the next day what it was called.
All right.
Did you get a chance to check out the portable Ouya build?
I just saw the picture on Twitter. I didn't really, read up on it or nothing.
So it's pretty cool. It's called Downing's Ouya Portable. It looks kind of a lot like the Ben Heck one, but one thing that they were making very, very clear is that it definitely was not the Ben Heck like copy or anything like that.
Right.
The reason I know this is because I was looking at the original post and where he got his information from and like how to print it and do all the wiring was from another build about like a year before Ben Heck did his. So I just want to point that out because it seemed like one of those things where he is very adamant, like I did not copy Ben Heck, I got it from this. So but it's blue, which I love because I love blue. It's my favorite color, and it's a lot of the same thing that Ben Heck had, but it's I don't know. I think he did with like I want to say like an Xbox controller, like circuit board or something like that. I forget exactly, but really cool looking. I mean, I would love to have that thing. I would, man. I don't care if it looked huge. I would take that thing everywhere with me. So.
So did it look like was it like the same size as the Ben Heck version?
Yeah, it kind of looked like that, and I think the reason that it looked like that in the same size is because they both got it off of basically it's a 3D print, so
Okay.
the 3D model is the same file, so they probably both use that
Okay.
file for it, but it still looks awesome. I mean, I could never, literally, if somebody put me in a room with everything that I needed to make that, and then told me that I was gonna die in 12 hours if I didn't make that, I would be dead. I couldn't do it. Even 12 hours, 24, 48, 3 weeks, a month, I couldn't do it. So,
Right.
that's awesome. I love seeing that people can come up with such amazing portable devices, and I know we talked a little bit about the arcade things that people were coming out with, and there's a lot of great stuff out there. People are really taking the Ouya and doing with it what I'm sure Ouya hoped that they would do with it, which is hack it, make it their own, and come out with something creative.
Right. Yeah. Ouya everywhere.
Yeah, tell that story.
Oh yeah. Then there was a guy posted on Twitter. I guess on his his dash of his minivan, he had a picture. Oh, he had this Ouya running on it, and then in the back seat he had on the Ouya screen running on that, and he tweeted and he told Ouya, this is gonna make road trips a lot easier, and then they retweeted it and put in there Ouya everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Ouya, I know it might not be a big thing because you probably had your follow for a while, but we finally got followed by the official at Play Ouya account, and
yeah, but no, I saw your post and I replied to your tweet and I said they did you too, and because I got it the same day you did.
Maybe they finally realized who we are. They're like, oh, those guys, yeah, let's do it.
I was like, I thought they already were following me, but I guess they weren't.
Well, it's funny because I followed them, then I unfollowed them. I'm like, they're not gonna follow me, and then we followed them again. It's like whatever, So they finally got to it, and super stoked about that,
Yep.
And I think we got it both followed by Julie, so that's really great. We're still waiting on guys like Bob and all of them. Hopefully they'll start following. Actually, I think Bob might be following us.
Yeah, I'm
not sure.
I know he's following me. I know Jared's following me. Tim.
Speaking of which, we might actually have Jared Yeager and Bob Mills on the show next week. That's exciting.
Yep, next week.
Very, very possible. We're gonna see. We're in the works, so don't hold us to it. But Jared and Bob, if you are listening, then we just told everybody that you're going to be on the show next week. So if you could show up, that'd be great.
Yep. So yeah, join us live. We'll have them here. Ask them questions. We're going to ask some questions probably, more than likely.
That's right. Well, what do you want to do? I got us at 41 minutes, and I would sure hate to upset Nick.
Yeah, we don't want to get Nick upset
and run long. So I say we wrap it up just for Nick's sake.
Yeah, we'll put a fork in it.
All right, Nick, this one's for you. Take us home there, Brendan.
That's it for this week. You can contact us on Twitter at Ouya Central TV and at Ouya Brew. You can email us. We're ready. If you can't fit everything on that 140 character on Twitter, send us an email. It's ouyacentral.tv@gmail, and Steve at Ouya Brew is admin@ouyabrew.com.
Yes, sir.
Send us an email. Thanks for listening. Catch us next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.